Hello there everyone, the Jedi Brick here, and I'm back again with my Jabba's Palace mock. This is something that I made a video about like 3 or 4 weeks ago, talking about how I was inspired by the 2012 one, and I had the Boba Fett's throne room, and I took the pieces from that and a bunch of others in my collection to make this, which is really just a homage to the original 2012 one. I think that's the best Jabba's Palace that we've ever gotten in Lego. It's a very common opinion to have, and I think it's very accurate. It's really, really good looking, but anyways, I made that video, and in that video, I talked about how I wanted to add a Rancor Pit. I have the hole where Luke would fall through right there. You just pull this little pin on the side, and you can see him kind of fall through, but he doesn't have anywhere to fall through to. Until now, I built this giant Rancor Pit. So here is the Rancor Pit that I constructed to fit my Jabba's palace. Um, right off the bat, it looks very similar to the 2013 one. That's where I got the Rancor from and the minifigure that's in there. So, big inspiration behind this was the 2013 Rancor Pit. And rightfully so, that's the only version of the Rancor Pit we have in LEGO and up at this point in 2024. I think it would be great if we got another one, but I don't really see that happening anytime soon. It would be great, but I just don't think it's going to happen. So, anyways, here is the MOC that I have constructed. It fits the entire Jabba's palace on top, just like the original set. You can attach the guard tower to the side on the top there with the Technic pins. I just didn't because it's not the strongest thing, so I didn't really want it to fall off mid-video or anything like that, so I just decided to leave it off. But I will take off Jabba's Palace just so we get a little bit more light in there so you guys can see what's going on. Um, so here it is. One thing I'm sure you guys are noticing is the Rancor does not have arms. My Rancor does not have arms. I'm just slowly piecing him together because it's just better financially to buy it in sections than just all at once. So I have the body and stuff for the Rancor. I don't have the arms yet, but the Rancor can fit in here, which was a very important detail that I wanted to make sure happened. It's tall enough and wide enough to fit the Rancor in his cave, which I think was very important. I'll take out the other figures just so you guys get a better layout of it. This is still very much a work in progress as well. I think I should say that out front. I'm still working on it. I don't know what I really want to change. I think it needs a bit more detail, especially on the ground and everything. I've got little bits of greebling. I have some like rocks and stuff on the sides. I have a skeleton over there in the corner with a leg missing. I have like a rib cage right there, some chicken or like some sort of meat, another long bone, and Luke's holding the other one here like in the original set. So I've got a little bit of stuff thrown out through it, but I think it does just need a little bit more. Also, I have the Rancor sticker from the Boba Fett's throne room. I think that was a nice reference to that set. So that's what I put there. I'll show you guys this from the back. Not a whole lot to look at here. You can just see more of like the details, the rock work that I did. I primarily used this dark tan and a dark gray with a little bit of light gray and burnt orange thrown in there just to give it a bit more color and to make some parts of it stand out. So that's the overall color scheme for this. I use the same kind of base format as I did with the Jabba's Palace, where I go plate, brick, plate for the layering, and I think that works really well, just to give it a bit more height, to get it off the ground a little bit more. And one thing that I also wanted to add that the original Rancor Pit did not have is an actual base to put minifigures. In the original one, it was just kind of the walls and just a little bit on the corners and just nothing here. Like that would be where your table was and stuff. And I wanted to add bricks in there so I could have minifigures. I think that was a very important thing that they missed in that original set, and I really wanted to add that in here. So that was one of the things that I really wanted in here. Also, to make it fit the Jabba's palace. So those were my two primary focuses when I was building this. Really to just get a bit more detail and stuff in there while also referencing the original sets. So that was a big inspiration behind this. Now moving on to the door, this is something that I'm still not completely satisfied with. The original Rancor Pit had that really cool gate, but it is kind of pricey on Bricklink. It only came in that one set, I think. I've seen some really cool brick built versions, but this is what I've come up with so far. In that original one, it can move down, like it can go all the way down, it can come up and stuff, but I couldn't figure out how I wanted that to work with this, so it just kind of pulls out. It's only attached, like it just kind of slides in. I have a brick on one side, I have a brick right here, and a brick right there. It just kind of slides in between the two. So actually, I'll show you guys that. So I have like this kind of groove right there on both sides. It just slides in there, and then it just rests in place on some tiles I have in there. So it's going to rest in that position. It can't go any farther down. It can't go any farther up, but it is something that I do want to change. I think at some point this is more of like a temporary thing, I suppose, but I don't know. I kind of want to add something like the more original gate. Like the Rancor can't fit through with the height it's at right now. It would have to be like here for the Rancor to like actually be able to walk through. But then if I have it at that height, it'll interfere with Jabba's palace on top. So just kind of getting that balance and stuff to work is what I'm dealing with right now. So that's kind of the reason why I kept it the way it is. So here it is with like a more top view and how I connected it to the Jabba's palace. The original set kind of had these points on all four corners where there would be holes in the Jabba's palace set and like they would kind of just interlock. Um, that was really cool, but I didn't want to do that because I would have to rearrange the flooring and stuff on my Jabba's palace, and I really want to keep it the way it is because I like the way it is. So I kind of went with the modular way, where I just took three like stud connection points, one here, here, and there, where I just kind of put two studs on both sides, and it just connects like that. It's not the strongest connection. It's not supposed to be. I designed it that way so I can easily take it like off and on, so it won't, really be stuck on there. It's I wanted it to be modular in that way, I suppose. So there it is with that on top again, and I think it looks really nice. If I zoom out, you can really see what it looks like. It really resembles the original Jabba's Palace set with the Rancor on top, and I feel like my version of the Rancor Pit might be better just because it does have the studs and stuff on the ground. That's really the reason, again, I wanted to do this my own way. I was going to bricklink this set, and that would have been really expensive. And also, I wanted to just add a floor. But there is one more thing I want to show. So I do want to show you guys the Rancor trap door. I got Luke on the trap door right there. And I'm going to zoom out as I pull this so you guys can see him fall in. So just like that, he falls in. Very simple. Not a lot going on there. It's just a trap door. It's just connected through. So that's how that works. And I think that's really cool. I think that's definitely a very important thing to have in a Rancor pit as well. I think that might actually be the most important thing minus the Rancor. But again, yeah, I just wanted something like that. So there's my custom version of the Rancor pit, and I had a lot of fun putting this together. It was something I put together over like a long weekend or something. I posted a lot of photos of it on my Instagram, so if you guys don't follow me on there, go check it out. I did a lot of like work in progress pictures and stuff like that, so if you guys really want to see the behind the scenes stuff with this MOC, I would go check that out. Yeah, this was a lot of fun to put together. Definitely, like I've said a few times, a big inspiration from the original Rancor pit. One thing that I do definitely need to add is the arms on this Rancor, but everything else is still kind of a work in progress as well. I'm not sure if I should add the walls and stuff on the bottom. It may just make it look darker in there, and I'm not sure if I want it to look that dark in there. I think the amount of lighting it gets with the Jabba's palace on top is already kind of dark. It's hard to tell right now because I have lights beating down on this, but I do want people to be able to see in when I display this at conventions and stuff, so I think the amount of lighting it gets right now is pretty good. I might also add lights inside. I haven't really decided yet. I think like if I have like some torch lights and stuff on maybe some of the pillars and stuff, that would look really cool. But that's just kind of an idea that I've been toying around with. I also kind of want to add the door that leads to the Rancor Keeper or something. I'm not sure where I would put that and like how high that wall would go. That's just something I've also been thinking about, but I think that would be really cool to add. Maybe like over here in this corner or something I had the door, but I don't really know yet. That's something I've just been thinking about. The other thing I want to change is the gate. I think there are better ways to do that, but this is what I have for right now, and I'm going to stick with it until I find something better. But yeah, if you guys like this, please consider giving this video a like. I put a lot of work into this, and it would mean a lot to me if you guys did that. And also, if you're new here, subscribe to my channel. I do mock videos like this every now and then. I really enjoy these. Making the custom builds and the custom minifigure tutorials are really my favorite thing that I do on this channel. The reviews are pretty fun too. I get to review a new set, but really those things are what I enjoy most about making YouTube videos. I think those are the most fun that I have when making videos. But yeah, if you guys are new here, like I said, subscribe. There's going to be a lot more stuff like this on the way. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.